Simon & Schuster Audio presents Maybe Tomorrow by Penny Parks and read by Imogen Church. For my Rosie, through love, laughter and tears, thank you for holding my hand. Love you, darling girl, always. P. Kiss. Chapter 1. The first casualty of hard times had been spontaneity, and even that had been a whispering death by 1,000 paper cuts. Jamie pushed aside thoughts of day trips to the beach, or even a simple evening at her favourite tapas bar on the corner. Her priorities these days were so much simpler. In theory, at least. As she arranged the bottles of olive oil in a perfect phalanx, labels all facing front, she allowed herself to enjoy the pleasing symmetry. There was no harm in taking a certain pride in her work, no matter how far she had strayed off course. Jamie mentally ran through the contents of her fridge at home as she worked, planning out their meals for the rest of the week. Beau's packed lunches, in particular, were a triumph of creativity, a bittersweet pride in her ability to make something out of nothing. And not one single gnarly potato would go uneaten. There was simply no room in her life for waste or extravagance. She glanced at the bottle of olive oil in her hand and sighed. £37.99. Obscene, really, and more than her entire weekly shop for two. But if she was lucky, and if his ever-fluctuating mood allowed, there was always a chance that Nick Harrison might yet allow her to buy the out-of-date stock at the end of her shift. Discounted, but still. It probably wouldn't even occur to him to give the stuff away. She smiled at Daniel, one of her favourite colleagues, as he waltzed along the aisle sweeping arcs with the heavy, cumbersome mop, finding his own satisfying distraction in the soothing, rhythmic pattern. They were none of them here for the mental stimulation or career opportunities, after all. But in the small suburban town of Harnley, a paycheck was a paycheck and not to be sneezed at. As more and more of the small shop...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?